Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is episode 50, I believe. 50, I think 50 of No Man's Land, which means we're probably about halfway done with the series. I know it's been a long time we've been running at it. But yeah, some of you guys will be really excited to hear that. Some of you guys will be really bummed. But this is always a series I kind of have running in the background for a while. It'll probably last most of the lifetime of FS Wall. Probably 2/3 of the lifetime of FS22. I obviously will do other series and stuff like that, like I have Silver Run running and stuff like that. So I do other series as well. But yeah, so we did get the Barley Harvest, as you saw part of it at the end of the last episode. We got 122,811 liters, which is a lot. So now in storage, we have 148,000 liters. I actually think we're going to plant barley again this year. And the reason I think we're going to do that is, well, here's what I'm going to say. I think we should plant barley because I think we should get a little bit more barley saved up. And I think we should put about maybe 100,000 liters of that into our, let's just actually start with one. Let's just start with one load. We're just gonna start with one load. So 50,000 liters. We're gonna pull it out of the silo and put it over into our grain mill because we are going to use our grain mill to make barley flour. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna activate that. Oh, we can only hold 27,000 liters at a time. So actually we're just gonna put 27,000 liters in there. And that does not hold very much either. Holy smokes, that does not hold hardly anything. So that is the one disadvantage we have to our beautiful grain mill. We could look at, I don't think there's going to be a lot of other. Oh, the other thing I actually thought about as well, we could get some dairy sheep. Wow, they're not very expensive to do the dairy sheep. This is a free roaming one, which I would actually like to do because I got to put the pasture kind of where I want it to be. I don't know how big it is, though. It's kind of the only issue I have with the way it's set up. It's probably similar size to these guys, so maybe we'll just use this guy. But we could put some dairy sheep out and about. Oh, that's the automatic wool shipping there. It holds 40 sheep. Because we're doing grass anyways, so it wouldn't be a big deal. I'd honestly rather do them than the horses. So we could replace the horses and do some dairy sheep. We won't get a ton of milk off of it. It doesn't produce as much as cows, but you only have to give them grass or hay. And we do have quite a bit of hay baled up right now still. Oh, we could do that. I'm really tempted to get rid of our horses and do that. I think that, well, honestly, these animals are going to go eventually anyway, so maybe we just hold off because this is where I want to start putting sheds and stuff for storage. I kind of like this being our storage center. Long-term farm, we might actually cut some of this field off, like run it right about along here on the left side of that. I should probably just get a different look at things. But oh, what was the other thing? We're looking at production. We'll go back to that in a second. So we could get another flour mill that does similar things. It's a little bit bigger, but I don't think we really need to invest in that. We could get this little farm dairy too to do stuff with the dairy, but and the other thing I'm thinking about doing long term as well is getting like some fermenting silos and eventually doing like chaff instead. And we can still have our silage field somewhere over here. Well, it'll probably be on the other side over here. And have our silage set up over there, but I think we do chaff instead just because I think that'll be a little bit easier long term for us to do that, and then put it into here so we can stop doing the grass. I think that's one thing, but I think we'll leave our setup the way we have it. Let's move that 27,000 liters, which is what we can move. Let's move that over real quick. I'm gonna have to check on that pretty regularly. I'm probably just gonna have to grab that flatbed or that enclosed trailer over there and have it sit there always ready to load. We don't have to put maybe quite 27,000 in there because I don't want to have any extra in here that I have to deal with dropping off again. So we'll just get right around 25,000-ish. Ooh, 26,888. That's about perfect. So, yeah, we will go get this put into there. Get some barley flour underway because that was part of our plan, is to make a lot of money off of our barley flour. I don't have a ton of subscriber contracts that I have that we should work on. I do have a few that I haven't ever done because they've never really fit in to the series. This is going to be tricky to dump this in there, isn't it? It's going to be real tricky. This is not the best setup for this for sure. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can even get this in there. I think if we can just angle it just right. Oh, I know I'm hitting that fence. Oh, man. Gotta be close, though. That's gotta be close. Angle it a little bit closer. This is gonna be tricky. We may have to use this for other trailer. I mean, that would have been easier anyways. But that might have been what I should have just probably started with. Let's get, I think if we can angle it back just a little bit further. I have some optimism here. I don't know if it's misplaced optimism. Oh, there it is. Well, obviously in the future, we're not going to do that, but we did get it to work that time. So there we go. We got that in there to get some barley flour underway, which is just going to equal flour for us. So that was a way to do that. Not the recommended way for sure, but we got it done. But yeah, eventually this is obviously not going to be our grass field anymore. This year it's going to be a grass field for, oops, I don't actually right click there. It's going to be a grass field obviously for the rest of this year, but after that, I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do with it. So, and I do want to upgrade a lot of our farm buildings and stuff like that at some point. So I think we go into flight mode and we talk about a few of these things. So let's go ahead and let's hop into flight mode. So we own clear up to the road here, clear up to this road. We own all this land through here, all the way up to about, gosh, maybe like right here-ish. You can see where those trees we haven't cut. I know we own right about up to there. So this field is going to get extended out this way and be this big field here, which on the map, if we put that in perspective, that's this field. This field's going to extend across here, down, and over, and that's going to be one big field. Now, on the other side over here, I'm honestly not sure what to do necessarily. So this area right here is going to become our storage facility. This field's going to go. This whole area here is going to become storage, and I might cut part of this field off. I actually probably will cut part of that field off, and that'll be our big storage area right there. Down here, there's going to be a shed right here with some fermenting silos, and then there's going to be a field that goes up to our house here. It might be angled up a little bit. The river is going to come along here, the backside. That's where I've decided the river is going to go. When we put that in. So that's gonna, that actually could happen soon. And then we get that set up that way, and then that'll be our, that'll probably be very similar in terms of yield to this field, but we're gonna do, I think, corn with chaff. I think we'll have that set up down there, and then we'll sell off all of our mowing. Well, we won't sell it off because we probably should still have a grass field. Maybe. This is where I'm kind of conflicted. We also have this little area right here, which we could put a really small grass field in right here. And we probably won't mow it for silage. It'll just be there in case we want to do grass, in case we need grass for anything. And that would be what that would be for. And then this would be a big arable field. This field right here that's grass currently is going to shoot up to here, go across, and become a massive arable field here. These two fields are going to get joined together to be one big arable field here. This shape is still going to maintain itself there. Again, this is going to be where we're going to put all of our storage stuff. And then up on the other side up here, we're going to have another big arable field. And then that just all the way across there. So big arable field here. And then that's the plan. That's the plan. Now we also have this chunk of land over here, which this is where we could do animals because it's kind of an odd shape and stuff like that. These areas are perfect for when we go to purchase out and buy. None of those are like a screaming deal right now, right? So I'll make sure. And we'll eventually probably go all the way to the back and have all this be our, well, I want to build a big farm. Don't get me wrong. We own a nice chunk of land here. I want to buy these 6 plots, and I want to buy these 5 across the top, and maybe even buy these 4 over here. I want to have a nice large farm operation. So that's kind of the plan. That's what I want to do with the farm, and I think that'll be a good plan for it. And I think this would be a good area actually over here for animals for sure. We can make a little road over the top. So maybe we do a nice little grass field here, and we get rid of that one, obviously. And I think that'll be coming next year. I'm going to keep getting these trees cut down. I'd like to get all these trees removed. That way we can start working on that soon. We need more money in terms of what we're going to need to be able to finish off this project. And speaking of that, we can actually, I don't like to just drop out of the sky. So let me just hop into tractor hop out there, and then we can just hop out of flight mode there. Okay, and I can slow us back down to more of a reasonable walking speed. So that's our plan. So this episode, I think we are again, I don't think we're going to do the big field expansions today. We might expand this field today. It'll probably be on the thumbnail if we do. Because this one's pretty much almost ready to go. We haven't taken those trees out yet, though, so we need to get those. But we also could just start expanding it, start getting some of that done. It doesn't take too long to expand fields, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. But in the meantime, we're going to plant more trees up over here with the rest of those. I'm going to do that off camera because you guys have seen me plant plenty of trees. And I think it's another, what do we have, 80 trees up over there, which should equal, that's 8 times 5,000. So another 40 grand that we're going to get from banks for planting the trees over there. And I think then this area will be pretty much set to go in terms of its trees. We'll check on it after they all grow up and everything like that after a couple years have passed. But then I honestly think one thing I am thinking about doing actually is this guy. I was to purchase this, 23,000 compared, I think it's 26,000 new. I want to say it's 26,000 new, so it's not a great deal. But we have been making payments on it, technically speaking. Is it 26,000 new? Oh, and the other thing I should note as well, we might buy that, is what I'm trying to say there. But the other thing I will note as well is if we go under pallets, they're farther back because they're more expensive. Sorry, I'm zooming by these things at the speed of light here. On my large screen, it's quite obnoxious. But where are the platinum pallets of trees? Did I pass them? No, not yet. It should be in here. These are pallets of 120 tree saplings. I didn't even know I had these. I should have maybe looked a little further in my tree saplings. But anyhow, these guys right here, this 240 pallet, and I didn't know this, but actually I was watching a Dairy Air Farms video, which you guys should check out. Dairy Air Farms. He's got a great channel. But you can load those pallets into the DamCon, which is pretty cool. That's the planter that we've been using. So that's cool. So we actually might hold on to the DamCon planter in case you want to plant it. Well, you know what? Never mind. We're gonna get rid of it. We're never gonna use it again. I think we're just gonna get rid of it. So, but yeah, off camera, all I did was finish harvesting the barley, and I did another silage harvest and then fertilized it. So honestly, our next silage harvest on that field over there will probably be our last, and then we'll start expanding out. So we're finally starting to get to a place where we can start expanding out a little bit further, which is what I want to do. So I want to get this set up maybe this episode or get it rolling this episode. But we need to get a lot more money in the bank, and we don't have to necessarily do the river before we do this. We can do the river afterwards. So we're gonna get this done today and then get everything planted. And I think we're gonna plant barley again is what we're probably gonna do. And I think what I am gonna do actually is combine these two fields before we plant barley. So that's what I got going for you guys. I'm gonna get those fields made. I am then gonna get those trees planted and get get those trees planted, get barley planted. Well, actually, can I plant barley yet? No, so I won't plant barley yet, but maybe I'll fast forward some time and get some barley planted. So we'll kind of see. And then we'll see if we can't sell off maybe some eggs and some other stuff to make some extra cash. So anyhow, guys, I will keep working on some things, and I'll see you guys here in just a little bit. And we should add in a business today as well, so I'm hoping to do that. All right, just an update for you. I planted all of those trees over yonder and returned the tree planter, and we got our 40 grand for that. Let me drop these guys off here. I think this is, I don't think they're all going to fit. You can see down there, bottom right-hand corner. We have 88,000 liters, and now we're at 98,000. And oh, they did all fit. Okay, good. They did all fit, which is great. So now we're pretty much, again, that thing's full for a while now. I did knock out some more of those trees over there. I finished, actually. We'll do a quick flyover, and we're almost done planting all of our barley. I keep wanting to say oats still, but we're planting barley. Now there's a new trailer there and a new tractor over here, so I did go on a little bit of a shopping spree. Kind of not really intentionally, it just kind of happened. So this guy over here I bought because it has 179 horsepower and it was $24,000 or $25,000, which is legit. That's more horsepower than both, not our actually it might be compared to our Massey, excuse me. So yeah, it has 179, 225, so it's close to that. That one's still our best one. Well, other than that guy, but I don't really use him a lot. So it's still beat out. If we go back to our garage, beats out both of these guys. So I did think about selling one of these guys, but we're just gonna hold on to them. They're not costing us anything extra to have. And then this guy right here, a nice bulk trailer that dips from the back or dumps from the back and holds 55,000 liters. So I bought that because I thought that was a good deal as well, and it was only $24,000. So screaming deal there. I also sold the rest of our popcorn, so our popcorn's gone. But yeah, so we went down 50,000, went up 40,000, and then a little bit from our popcorn. So that is that, and we're almost done planting again barley. And then we might be, let's take a look at some prices here. Oats prices are always good, oatmeal prices. Let's see in terms of oatmeal. I'd like to finish out this episode by selling some stuff off, which would be great. So flour's still spawning and it's still doing its thing. Oatmeal, corn is done, and we sold, I switched that to selling. I can probably change that now to storing. I changed it to selling just to get it out of there. And we have 33,000 in oatmeal. I think it's 35,000 liters. There's 700 liter pallets. I think it's 35,000 liters that we can do. So we're getting close to being able to do a full load of that. We probably actually could do another load of planks. It won't be quite a full load, but wouldn't be bad to get that sold off. But let's go ahead and take a look at egg prices. Get us all the way back up here to the top. Eggs. Oh, the egg prices are not good. When do they get good? September to next month. October is when they get good. I actually might put another cut in. I really want to sell those eggs, darn it. And maybe we can get some more stuff, other stuff sold off as well. But I really want to sell all these eggs. Yeah, we're getting pallets left and right from these guys. That chicken was almost out of the pen there for a second. That was a little odd. What are you doing over here? Because they're so close to the pen. Oh, I'm still holding on to that. Oh no, I ruined my eggs. That's right. Thankfully, we're gonna sell them off. But yeah, so I'd like to sell the eggs off if we can. So that's probably the plan. If we can do that, we have I think like 40 some odd pallets here, so we're getting close to a full trailer. Won't be quite a full trailer probably, but yeah. So maybe I'll wait till October. We'll get a good price for eggs, and then I'll bring you guys back in, and we'll sell some eggs and planks off, and wrap up the episode there. So yeah, I'll see you guys here in just a bit. All right, it is the second part of October, and we finally got a good egg price. Cider, which is 10 for $13.98. That's great. And we do get 10% above the best market price. So technically we can go above those, but I don't know where those are or what those are, so we're not going to count those as actual prices. We can't sell there anyways. So that's the best market price. We get 10% above it, so we get $13.98 plus 10%, which we'll calculate at the end, which is great. I did pull this guy over here to put some more stuff in here for the flour, but we're not going to worry about that right now. We're going to make a boatload of money selling eggs, which that actually might be that might be the thumbnail. Did I do it in our thumbnail? I don't think I did. No, you know what? I'll do a thumbnail of our trees growing. That'll be kind of nice because we got our trees are actually growing. And get well, no, because we talked about that last episode, so that's kind of a lame thumbnail to do. Okay, so I will do a thumbnail of some kind. Where is our truck? This truck right here. Let's get you ready to go. We might take it over here. Let's see what we can do for a thumbnail. But I bet you those are getting well. We need to get all the oats or the barley weeded. Oh, and I didn't mention, I mentioned I was going to, but I did connect those two fields. I'm not going to lime that until I lime the whole field because I don't think that's really worth my time. But regardless of that, let's make sure this is auto load is off. Good, good, good. We'll also sell some planks here as well in a second because we have a lot of planks that can be sold as well. Okay, let's get a good thumbnail. Of course, it's nice and dark over here, which sucks, but let's see if we can't get a good thumbnail shot right here. That's how I do my thumbnails normally. That would be great, just kind of showing off the truck there. If I turn that on, will that help a little bit? Oh, actually, the flashlight does help quite a bit in terms of making it brighter. Yeah, I might take that shot right there. Let me get that all squared away. I don't think there'll be any like weird gap or anything on the screen in terms of that. Let me save that real quick as No Man's Land 50. There we go. Okay. So there. You got to see how I made my thumbnail photo, which I know I've showed you guys before, so it's not really that big of a deal. But let's go ahead and get that auto load enabled. Ooh. How many pallets we have? 39 of 50. Oh, we're good. That's we're just gonna do it this way. This will be easier for us to move them in. There we go. Okay. There we go. 61,645 pallets. Oh, and our grass is ready to go too. I need to get that done. Be probably our last grass silage harvest potentially. Let's turn the auto load off because we're good to go. I don't think it'll pick up anything extra or anything like that, but let's get these guys sold off. This is great. I don't think you guys really... Oh, did we pick up... Oh, we did. We picked up the partial pallet as well. That was my bad. I said I wasn't going to do that, but I accidentally did. So it is what it is now. Yeah, it is what it is. So let's get these guys over there and get these guys sold off. I do still need to put the new guardrails on here or out here or something like that. But oh, I did add in a new business as well. Well, you know what? I know I added it in. We'll just talk about the next episode. At least I'm adding businesses in. But yeah, I need to do an episode probably where we're just going to add a whole bunch of stuff to the town. Problem is that it takes a long time, and right now I'm trying to pre-record things so I can go to Boston for PAX East. So this is part of my trying to get things pre-recorded so there's actually videos to drop while I'm gone, but we'll make it work as best as possible. Now the tents right there, which is really hard to get to, as we've experienced. It's a difficult place to sell to. That is for sure. What is this market stall here? Do they take eggs? I don't know if they do or not. Let's back up. Let's take a look. Eggs. Is there a market stall in here? Tag. Yeah, there is. Okay, so there's just a lot of places. We're just going to sell it here to sell it to this guy. We're going to calculate what we're supposed to earn here. So $13.98. That's where we're at. So 1398 times 1.1 to get our 10%. So 1537.8 times, how many do we have in here? 61.793. So times 61.793. So we're going to make, oh my gosh, $95,025 is what we need to make total. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. So right now we have in our bank, so well, actually let's add that to our current bank account balance. So 149,983 plus 95025. So that's $245,008 is what that bank account balance needs to be by the end. So we'll just set it to that at the very end. So let's go ahead and just right here, pull a little bit further forward. Think that'll be good still? Yeah, there we go. Get all those sold off. Money's just flying up. And then once all the ones that cancel off get sold off, we will reload them. Goodness, that was crazy. Still is crazy. They're still trying to catch up. Get all those guys reloaded. Oh, they're selling out of the back of our trailer. Well, that's actually pretty easy as well. We don't even have to do anything. That's great. It's gonna get us pretty close to the 245. I mean, that was a good price there too. Not a bad price. I think it was like 50 bucks cheaper. Okay, 245.08 is where we need to be. So set money, 245.008. There we go. So 22,000 extra from the difference in price and the 10%, which is great. That is incredible, folks. Plus a whole load of pallets, which we're about to go sell. That's going to be insane. Let's start heading back there. So it's going to be 50 pallets at 1,000 liters of pallets. So 50 times 1,400. What was it? 70 grand. I'm going to go just add the money in real quick while I'm thinking about it. So that'll put us up to 315. And then this year we'll probably make another 150 grand off of our silage. That's how much we used to do. And actually Morgan the Deerman wanted 15 silage bales from us. And he was going to pay us extra 15% above cost, which is great. That's really the only subscriber contract we got going right now. I do have a lot of them for you guys, but again, not a lot of them have really kind of fit in yet. And some of the businesses I need to fit in and stuff like that. And I will put a disclaimer out there. Some of you guys will get just businesses named after you, even if it's not quite the business you wanted or your own custom business. And that's just to try to include you when I can't really include every single possibility. So I do appreciate you guys being patient with me in terms of that. It's a stable to auto load. Oh my gosh, I have 8,400 liters of eggs in here. Well, let's just empty this thing. I didn't even realize I had that. It won't let me. All right, let's just unload them. And then this is what I do if I need to do something crazy, like get rid of these stupid eggs that I didn't need to have. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Ooh. My screen froze there for a second. Let's go ahead and save the game real quick. After that, it's always scary when that happens. Save it here. Take it just a hot second to save. Beautiful. That's all good to go. All right. And now we should be empty, yeah? Okay. Oh, because they were selling... I know what was happening. They were selling not from the trailer directly, but from the portion of the trailer that was over the trigger. It all makes sense now. Okay. Let's just back this guy in here. It's nice that grass you can't destroy with the vehicle. Super nice. There we go. And then as soon as it gets, they should start spawning out. There we go. And as fast as they can spawn out, we will get them loaded up. And then once we have all 50,000 liters in here, we'll take them down and just drop them off at Williams Furniture and call it. And actually, I mean, I could probably do that off camera. Let's just get them out of here and then we'll probably wrap it up there. The episode's a little longer than normal, actually, which is kind of odd for me with trying to pre-record things. But we're making some good cash. So can't complain about that. And there we go. 50,000 in there. We have 3,000 that are sitting out there still, and then we still have 13,000 in there. So we still have 16,000 sitting around here, which is really incredible. And then I'm excited to sell flour next episode as well. We should have a lot of flour to sell off, which is going to be great. We're going to make a lot of money off of that compared to the barley, which would be really good for us. So there we go. On that note, I'm going to go get this stuff dropped off. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel. By the way, we're just over 99,000 subs. We're almost 100K, so thank you guys for that. But I will see you guys in the next one.